The What's Happening Hoke Show is filmed before a live audience and is sponsored by the Rock of Hoke, Rockfish Motor Speedway. What's happening, Hoke? I'm Glenn Young alongside Hal Nunn.
He's back.
Yeah, not on the golf course, off vacation.
Off the beach.
So now he's back to work. We can get it in.
How you doing, man?
How was golf? How'd you do?
It was hot. I did horrible.
Did you win the 50-50?
But it was $210, I think.
So
we lost, paid for the.
You lost a lot of money. You didn't win.
It was hot, sweaty.
Basically, you know.
It was for a good cause, though. The Rayford Kiwanis Club.
Okay.
They do a lot of work with the kids in Hoke County and the school systems, and they were begging people to come out, and I got begged 100 times, so I said.
Well, I love it when they do the pancakes. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, we did the pancakes last year, and the pancake breakfast and our dinner. They were pretty good.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty good. But I guess we're gonna talk a little weather, huh?
Got to. It's been hot all week. 100 degrees, 104. Just cooled off to 80 degrees today. Tropical storm Bill is wreaking havoc in Texas, and that's probably why we're clouding up and getting the remnants of that coming up.
I just noticed, you know, the first couple of days of this, they didn't say anything about thunderstorms.
No, they did.
2 or 3 days.
You know, all they say is a tropical storm is moving in. So I think that's it. But when it gets that much heat and that much humidity, something's got to break. So you knew thunderstorms had to be coming one time.
Well, it's going to be 101 tomorrow. My boss said it was 107 in heat index and 101 yesterday. So folks, just take care. Don't forget the animals outside.
Run them inside.
If you can, cool water. We got chickens.
Don't overdo it. Drink plenty of water. Check on the elderly that's out there. If you know a neighbor is living by themselves, just like same rules in the winter storm. Go knock on the door and say, hey, are you okay?
Check on them. I just heard a story today online about a family that went to check on their mother who's 86 years old. They called her, she didn't answer the phone. They went to the door, she didn't knock on it, but they did hear her faint yell. She had fell and hurt her back. So they had to break in the fire department here. I think it's in Hoke County.
They didn't have a key to her place?
That's a little questionable. But anyway, get the keys to your grandma's place.
Yeah, I'm just saying, check on your family members.
She might make you a pie.
Some kind of family care plan. But yeah, I'm glad she was okay when they got in.
Yeah, I think her back. I think it was something with her back. So
it could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse. So check on the elderly, pets, animals. You need to take care of them outside. And especially those at the racetrack. You had a hot night Saturday.
Yeah, man, it was a hot night, but it really wasn't that bad. As Larry will tell you a little bit later on, we got a little overcast.
Oh, okay.
So although it was hot, it became, the only thing hot was the tempers and the driving on the track. And speaking of which, the What's Happening Hoke Show is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway. Rockfish Motorsports, who are an avid sponsor, and they give me full all access every week to the races, the drivers, and we got this new segment going on there called the Winner's Circle.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good one because you can actually see them at the end of the night.
Fresh off the track.
And what's really neat to me about that is how they all get along.
Well, on camera, yes, they do.
Well, you sort of put it in place.
They do.
With the red lights on.
With the red lights on, but it does get heated, but it's strongly competitive, and it goes back to what we talked about earlier. Are they going to be that friendly as they get later in the season? It's now coming up on mid-June. Come October, I don't think so. But good fun for all, where the action is the main attraction, as Larry says. No doubt about it. That's
pretty cool. Well, I'm sure we'll talk more sports in a little bit. Going to tap on a couple news items. You got a guest coming in today.
It is CDC Blue Springs, the Community Development Corporation. They have a big event that's coming up this Saturday. I get to talk to their chairman and CEO, Mr. Davis, who's in the house with us. So that's exciting. He's right over there waiting with bated breath. Got a lot of questions for him, so that's going to be great.
And a couple other news items this week in the handies. Shameless plug. The News Journal come out this week.
Comes out once a week, every Wednesday.
And check them out. This week there's some key topics in there. We're not going to get into them deep because we don't have a lot of time.
Well, the big thing that jumped out to me was about the vote about the handgun law that was repealed of 14 to 13, which would have given people the right to carry basically inside the courtroom and around the schools and teachers being armed and things like that. Probably not a good idea.
Well, I'm a concealed carry permit holder, and I do think that there needs to be some modifications in where you can carry it. Let's say like this right here, if I'm driving my car and I have my concealed on my side, I can't just throw it in the car and go watch the game, come back and go home. All right, so they got some rules against it being on campus.
Exactly.
So my point is, for those, I don't know too many concealed carry permit holders who go out and commit crime.
It's not the good guys. It's the bad guys.
It's the bad guys.
And you got concealed carry versus open carry. We had a great conversation with Ray for Guns this week. We got to go back and see that guy about open carry and concealed carry. Hey, I'm for it. I'd rather concealed carry as you because I don't want them to know I got it. I want them to think I'm a soft target.
You don't look soft.
Yeah, but you know, as you get older, then you get that label on, they think you're a soft target. A lot of bad things happening in there, but I will say this, a gun is the last resort.
And well, first of all, my brother-in-law is a retired highway patrolman. I know several of them here in the county, know a lot of the sheriff's deputies. You don't carry a gun for a threat.
No.
You carry a gun for protection. And you don't pull it unless it's a serious situation.
But if you're one of these open carry guys that I see walking in them Walmart that's got this 45 just flopping on their hip about to fall off, or you're standing in line about to check out and you're there with your wife and kids and babies and your weapon just right there to where anyone can come by, reach it and grab it.
Gotta be smart.
Not too smart. He's got his wife behind him. He's at the check.
Go off.
Exactly. So what's stopping me from grabbing his wife and getting his weapon? What's he gonna do?
I don't know.
So, I mean,
he ain't gonna do a whole
you gotta be a little bit smarter than that. I'm just saying. I'm all for you in concealed carry or open carry, but I gotta. If you think you're not gonna be challenged just because you open carry, unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
Well, now
you better be good with it.
Up in New York, they got a situation now, or it was maybe Boston or something up north, where guys are going up to cops and flaunting it. They're going, look what I got. Look what I got. I'm like, don't mess with that mess. Don't look.
But not in New York. Not too far north, because their gun laws are like, woo.
Tight.
Yeah.
I forgot what
so it can't be too far north. It's either Virginia or North Carolina.
I don't think it's Virginia. Well, you got Maryland, you got DC,
Maryland and DC. Then you talk about gun laws.
So you got, anyway, in this week's paper, not going to take a lot of time. It's budget time, and the Hoke budget is not in yet. They still have another short period. I think they have till the third week of the month or something to get it in. And you remember they were talking about raising taxes to add on to the high school. Yeah. Well, that bill got scratched.
Good.
Ain't not completely scratched. They tried to slip it in last Friday.
Well, they need to find the money somewhere else without raising.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Raise teachers' pay, build a better classroom.
Right. So the headline is raise taxes or cut some services. I really truly say
like
we need to manage the money a little bit better. The crux of the matter is management of what we have. I know in the Nunn household, when things get a little tight,
you are not in charge of anything.
First of all, I'm not in charge.
So let's defer that comment
to Melanie.
To Melanie.
All right. Anyway, Hoke High graduation last week.
It was. They've been out of school for a week. God bless them. Congratulations to all the graduates, not just Hoke County. All of Cumberland did graduate, and that goes back to our premier point about crime sneaking up, kids out of school, nothing to do, and hey, you know.
Go to college if you can. If you're going for a trade,
go to the military.
Or go to the military.
But have a plan. You know, some sort of parents have already told me.
And that's what we need. Kids need to have a plan, and we need stuff to do in the community. That's one of the things we're going to talk to Davis about.
Yeah.
Is that right there? Also, Dr. Williamson was named the regional superintendent of the year.
You know, he's been in a lot of
heat rounds.
He literally talking AC at the schools, which has been the topic that we've been talking about the last few months. But I've always known him, even with my kids in the school system, to be a great official and administrator.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're gonna tell you things you don't like.
Well, I always like catching him like at the football games or out of his environment.
Always straight.
Always straight. He'll have a conversation normally with me. It's about football. But catch these officials when they're not
in their office
or anything, in an official situation. Know who they are. Meet them on a different level. So that when you go before them, you got some kind of relationship.
And at least talk to them.
It's like police officers. I don't know to see the police officer when I'm in Stockton speeding. If I see one out and about, I'll say hello.
Say hello.
Because he's there for my protection.
All right, we had a death this past week, this Monday. A lot of people know the Edinburgh Family Restaurant. Earl McDuffie, the proprietor of it, passed away this Monday. So thoughts and prayers to the family there. And I don't know if Glenn knows. Do you know about the wagon train? You see a lot of horses in Hoke County. People riding them every now and then. Well, we've got a wagon train. And they started in Hoke County over on the western side, and they come right through downtown.
This is like the festival they do every year?
Well, they do have a festival out in, is it Arabia, Larry? Or is it Arabia?
The horse
is shaking their head.
I've seen that, yeah.
So the wagon train is Friday, 52 years they've been doing. We should have had them on.
They've been doing it as long as I've been alive.
That's right.
That's interesting.
So that's
what else you got?
News, that's all. Anything you got?
No, just a heated topic about the weapons was my thing I wanted to jump on. Hey, when we come back, we're going to sit down with Mr. Davis, talk Blue Springs CDC. They're here for you, what they are, what their role is in the community. You're not going to want to miss it. So we'll be right back.
And those on Periscope, see you.